The new Autumn Jumpstarter 2023 handbook. It is a bumper edition this year. It is 11 pages longer than last year's version. I've gone through the handbook thoroughly. I can't help myself. I always go through the handbook thoroughly, and if I can think of anything extra, especially based on your questions throughout the previous season, if I can think of anything extra that I can add to the handbook to make your life easier and make things easier to understand, especially with that cold spell that we had last winter, I put some extra information on watering to help you with that. Anyway, I'll tell you what, why don't I turn the camera around and I'll show you the handbook and then you can see what I mean. So here is the handbook in all its glory, laid out on the table for you. There are a lot of words. And one of the sections I've updated is the checklist to make it easier for you. So changes to the checklist include the stocks. For example, we've now got 3 different varieties of stocks. They're all different heights. So I put them all in the checklist, all the spacing, all the heights, all together, so you can just look in one place. The seeds that need germinating, they're all listed in the checklist, as well as the individual seed notes. They're in the checklist, so you can just get a highlighter pen, highlight all the ones that need to go in the fridge, and you can put yourself a little note there to say where exactly they are, so when you go to look for them later in your seed box, you'll remember. Then new products. Let's choose the eucalyptus, for example. I've actually done a 2-pager for you because over the years you've had so many questions about eucalyptus over and above seed sowing. So I've got sections on watering it, overwintering it, coppicing, pruning and cutting it. So literally everything you've asked me over the last couple of years, I've made sure I have written it all down. Now, if you've bought previous year's handbooks and you don't need the extra information, you're fine, you've been watching the videos and growing along, and all you really want is just the horticultural cultivation notes for the brand new products, then for this year what we've done is we've made that available to order separately. So it's not designed as a standalone product. It does have all the information in for those individual seed varieties, it's all written down for you, but it's not designed to be a standalone product. So if you've already got the Autumn Jumpstarter handbook from last year, you don't need the extra information, you just want to have the brand new notes, then you can order those separately on my website and then just tuck it into the back of last year's handbook. Now, if you've ordered the full edition of the Autumn Jumpstarter handbook, you don't need the supplemental pages. The supplemental pages just include the new products such as the eucalyptus, the poppies, the clary sage, also the stocks. There's a 3rd variety of stock, so I've included the new pages. I've written quite a lot more on the stocks. It goes over to 2 pages as well now. So that I've popped in the supplemental pages, so you can just swap that out with the stock page that you've already got. Ditto the snapdragons because we have that new variety. So get your supplemental pages and you can just swap that out. But as I say, again, if you've bought the full edition of the handbook, you'll have all of the changes, including the updated checklist. When we take orders for the handbook, we always ask you to set up an account, and that is just so that you can never lose your handbooks. They are e-handbooks, so they are e-delivered. There's no paper copies. We didn't want to, this is on purpose, we didn't want to create a fancy hardback and make it really expensive. We wanted to keep it as cheap as possible for you to order. But the idea is that you print it as many times as you like. So you can print the whole thing, take it to the greenhouse. If it gets covered in compost and water, it doesn't matter. You can just print yourself another copy. You can print out individual pages if you need it, if you don't want the whole thing. There's a shopping list, you can print that out and take that to the garden centre. So they are designed to get dirty and for you to write your notes all over them. And you will never lose them because in your account dashboard there is a download section, and that holds all your previous handbooks so you can get them anytime. So if you always log in when you place your orders, no matter whether it's seeds or handbooks, if you log in, what will happen? 2 things. Number 1, there won't be an accident with your email address. This happens all the time. In the frenzy of placing your order, if you're checking out as a guest, you could accidentally put in 1 character wrong. That's normally all it is. 1 character is wrong. You put .co.uk instead of .com, or you could put .uc. That happens a lot as well. And then the system can't find you. So you'll place your order and then you'll panic because you haven't had an order confirmation. if you use your account, number one, the email address is guaranteed to be right. Number two, if you need your invoice later, so for example, if you're a florist buying seeds for your business and you need it for your VAT return or your taxes later on, you can just go to your account dashboard and print off all your previous orders. All the invoices will be stored there for you. Here we are on my website, and under each of the shops, can you see there's a little drop down there, and you want to click on my account. Once you click on that, this is your personal account will open, and if you click on orders, providing you checked out when you were logged in, all of your orders will be here. If you checked out as a guest, the order will not be here because the computer did not know it was you. You need to log in first. And then here are the downloads, so any book that you've ever ordered, you can see how many times I've tested the books. All the PDFs are here, so you will never lose them. You can also go in here and double check your address. If it's auto-filling for you, you can double check that's right and correct it if necessary. You've got your payment methods in here, so you can choose to make one of them a default. You can remove them if they're wrong. Please watch out for Apple Pay. If you've moved house and not updated your Apple Pay, your parcel will get shipped to the wrong address. And here are your account details. So you've got your name, you've got your email. If you need to change your email, if it's a mistake in it, you can change it here. And you can also change your password if you want to. Finally, if you don't have an account, you can register here and create yourself an account. And if you've lost your password, just put your email address in here and then click on lost password. This screen will open up and allow you to reset it. When ordering handbooks, and I know lots of you already know this and you've ordered your handbook already, don't order your handbook with seeds. The handbooks auto-complete because there is no processing, there's no picking and packing and shipping labels to hold up the process of the e-delivery of the book. So if you order the book separately, the system skips processing, goes straight to complete and emails your book straight away for you. If you order it with seeds, it will then go into processing, ready for us to print the invoice off, get the shipping label, put it in a packing pile. At that point, once it gets in a packing pile, I will then press complete. But we're so busy with the orders at the very beginning of the sale that it might take me up to a week to get to that, and then you'll be waiting for your handbook when you don't need to. So order it separately.